Dude, you have a story to tell all of the people in Tiki Land.
I do.
A discovery that you were so excited that you physically called me on the phone.
I did.
And
I've never called you on the phone except for one other time when your dog passed away.
It was very sweet.
That was like, I gotta call him. I never call anyone.
Right.
And then this time.
So we're gonna make a cocktail from the 1940s.
Okay.
Called the Hurricane Punch.
That sounds good.
Sounds good. But before then, this was one of those groundbreaking discoveries in Tiki where everybody in the Tiki world goes, whoa!
Like, where did this come from?
Where did this come from?
And it wasn't just the Tiki world, it was like a whole Disneyland related discovery.
And knots.
Should I just pull it out? Should I just whip it out right here on the bar?
Oh, God.
Whip out the discovery? Or do you want to set this up and tell them what it is?
Why don't you build this up? No, don't pull it out yet.
Okay.
That's what she said. So in the 1950s and 60s, there were souvenirs that were sold at the amusement parks, right?
In 1956, at Disneyland primarily, this company started making souvenirs, and they were kind of like plaster casts, a little harder than plaster, but these little plaster skulls and tikis and tiki necklaces. They were some of the early original, along with the voodoo glow skulls, those classic ones. Little jeweled tiki guys and little skull necklaces. All the original Adventureland souvenirs, Haunted Mansion tombstones, like weird cool skulls and rad stuff for garden centers, tiki bars like Sam's Seafood had a bunch of their stuff.
Oh, really?
All made by this husband and wife team who eventually named their company Randotti. So that's the name you look for. It's Randy, Dottie, Randotti.
And you go, dude, you have one of those.
Yeah.
It's this little skull that I got at Disneyland in like 1983.
Yeah, because they sold them there from the 1950s all the way up till kind of the mid-90s, like the early 90s.
And
basically.
it's rad.
So this company called Randotti, mostly famous for skulls. Like if your grandpa ever bought a skull from Disneyland, it was a Randotti. And years ago, I tried to track down the original molds. I tried to track down the living kids of these people who had passed away. And it was a dead-end street, nothing doing. The molds had disappeared and gone away. Fast forward 5 years later,
Jeez.
I get a call
So
to go out. Sorry, I tend to do that. I get a call 5 years later to go out to the desert.
Mm-hmm.
This guy in Phoenix, Arizona has some stuff. He thinks he might have the original Randotti molds. No one's interested. I'm calling all the right people in the Disney world and the auction world, and they're going, I'm skeptical, whatever. Somebody has to be boots on the ground.
Uh-huh.
I go out to Arizona.
Well, first of all, you told me you were going out there, but you wouldn't tell me what. You wouldn't tell me what for.
Okay, yeah,
You're
it was
like,
top secret.
It was top secret.
So I talked to the guy, and he was kind of like, well, I don't even know what I have and whatever, and I got to keep this on the DL. I want to keep this just private, but you can come and see it. So, all right, come to the desert, meet a stranger, walk up on his property. Hopefully don't get murdered. And I get out there, and arrayed in his garage is almost a complete collection of the original Randotti molds. And to make a long story short, we went through the whole story from the other side, that he got it from this guy. His wife had passed away. She'd been hoarding them for all these years. She's the lady that originally bought them from the Randotti kids.
She was going to restart the business, right?
She kind of bought it to keep a competitor off the market.
Oh.
And she didn't want anyone else using them, so she just sort of hoarded them.
Yeah.
She passed away, and this guy was sick of them. He didn't care if they had value or not. Get rid of them. I've been staring at these things for 30 years. Get them off my property. So they're in dirty sheds, buried in the dirt. And this guy that I know dug them all out of the ground, went, someone has got to be interested in these. And through a friend of a friend, contacts me, and...
But they're all destroyed, right? They're all a mess.
No, and they were usable. Like the molds were still in great condition.
You wouldn't have brought one with you, huh?
Check this out. Right here, I have in my hands an original 1960s Randotti Adventureland souvenir molds. And here's the thing. These are old urethane molds. The molds they made after this in the 70s for Disney World, in the 80s and 90s, all cracked and shriveled up. But for whatever reason, the molds they were using in the 50s and 60s held up.
Wow.
Whatever that type of urethane was or whatever, they held up in the Arizona desert all that time. So the earlier ones survived better than the later ones. And check this out. This is a cast that I made.
Look at that.
From this original Randotti mold.
That is absolutely insane.
Randotti's mostly famous for Disneyland, mostly famous for Haunted Mansion souvenirs, Adventureland souvenirs, little elephants and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But they sold tons of this tiki stuff to tiki bars and also at Disneyland. And this would have been most Southern California kids' first ever exposure to tiki.
Wow.
Because even before the Tiki Room, they were selling stuff like this in the park. And you would walk away with a little Tiki necklace. You'd walk away with one of these little statues or whatever.
So it's kind of an important link or step, I guess, in the evolution of Polynesian pop.
Yeah, like a big
Wow.
one right there, right in the 50s, like kind of right as the heyday was building up.
Dude.
All these kids and teenagers go, oh, cool, I got this cool skull.
Yeah.
Oh, I got this little thing. What is it called again? And be like, Lucky Tiki or whatever.
Right, yeah.
And I think this one's like Hawaiian War God or whatever. They all
Okay.
have names. They all have catalog numbers. And so to make a really long story short, I hooked the guy. I could have bought it all,
Uh-huh.
but that's the wrong thing to do. So I hooked the guy up with the right auction houses and the right people to break up the collection the right way so everybody gets a chance to bid on it.
Mm-hmm.
But he insisted on selling me something, like as a finder's fee. And I said, you know what? We'll call the expert. I'll make you a fair offer. Would you consider selling me just the Tiki molds? And I bought every single one of the Tiki molds, minus the skulls, because that was more Adventureland, like let that go out to the Disney collectors.
Yeah.
But I bought all of the Randati original Tiki molds, and they're all filthy. They're all in my garage, and I've just started to pull casts from them. So there's that guy, and then look at this little guy right here. This is just an example of some of the little tiny souvenirs. So you can imagine a kid going home in, I don't know, 1965 or whatever. He just went
Yeah.
in the Tiki room. He sees this. That's his first ever exposure to Tiki.
With a little moai dude.
Maybe he goes to Trader Vic's when he gets a little older or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. Isn't that crazy?
So rad.
So these are for the Breezeway. I brought
Oh,
these for you.
Thank you.
That was a really long story.
This too, I can hang on to that.
No, not this.
Oh.
This I need. Sorry, everybody.
Damn it.
Oh, a spike.
Oh my God.
But these are for the Breezeway. Oh, and here's another little cast that I did out of the original Randati molds. And you have a salt and pepper shaker.
I
that
do.
Somebody took an old Randati Tiki and made their own little mold.
Yeah.
So these molds have been floating around there. They've been bootlegged. There's already
Mhm.
people who've been bootlegging them and stuff. But I just thought it'd be really awesome and like kind of a cool legacy thing to pull some from
For
the
sure.
original molds.
For sure.
From these are Adventureland souvenirs. I mean, like,
Yeah.
I get excited. I'm getting like short of breath because I get excited about it. I still can't believe it.
I can't believe it either. And
Woo.
like we were talking on the phone once you got everything, and I was like, yeah, it's exciting. But then I started seeing photos that he sent me, and like seeing these in the Breezeway, it's a big deal.
It's kind of awesome.
Yeah.
It's kind of like this amazing, weird niche part of like Tiki history and Disney history rediscovered, and like, bam, there it is. And
So
the vintage pieces are out there. It's not like it's super rare, but it's just rad that the original molds have been found, and we can make a couple little,
Little bonus dudes.
little heritage Randatis. And Randati was, like I said, it was started by this guy, Randy Smith, in Anaheim, literally in his backyard, pouring all the souvenirs for Disneyland. Like one of
Crazy.
the only outside guys making souvenirs for Disneyland. And so me taking them back to Orange County, I'm pouring them in the molds. I just realized the other day, like, oh, these haven't been used in 30 plus years. Like this is they've come home.
They've come home.
Rad!
Yeah. And especially like I get stoked that it's Justin that got them, you know?
And now they're random Landatis. See what I did there?
That's good. That's good stuff.
Anyway, we got to make a cocktail.
Let's make the cocktail.
Let's make a cocktail.
Aren't you a family-friendly show?
Yes, but you're not, right?
I'm not. No, this is a drinking show.
Okay.
Can we move these dudes? Can we put
Yeah,
them up here?
let's put them.
I don't want, if they fall, if the rat gets them.
So this one will break. This one's just plaster of Paris. So it's just testing stuff out. It's hard to get the secret Randati recipe. I've been working on it, on perfecting it. These are a little more solid.
Okay.
These ones could probably fall. So wait, right here.
No.
But these are the first pulls. These are the first pulls
Oh, really?
I did out of each one of these molds.
In like probably, what, 40 years?
30 plus years.
Wow.
So you've got the first pulls from these molds in 30 plus years.
Amazing.
Now, part of the Breezeway now, forever enshrined. It belongs in a museum.
It belongs in a museum.
Let's drink.
There are few ingredients in this recipe. We're going to blast through this recipe. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope we enjoy it. Thirsty?
I'm a little thirsty. I'm a little thirsty.
Well, you
I'm a little
have
hungry too. You got anything to eat? Oysters or? I don't eat oysters. I've never had an oyster.
No, me neither. That's gross.
Do you know how to eat an oyster?
I don't.
Do you know how to shuck an oyster?
I don't.
Me neither.
And for this cocktail, we will be using lemons,
Lemons.
limes.
Crusty old limes. These look really old.
I know.
That's an old pair of limes right
They
there.
were on the tree. I just plucked them.
All right.
Passion fruit syrup or passionola. We're going to be using passionola for this.
Is there a difference?
There is.
Okay. Passionola, it is.
And dark Jamaican rum. We're going to be using Karuba. But if you don't have Karuba, you could use Myers. You could use...
Could you use this Breezeway blend of rum? Oh, okay. Well, I was just trying to put out a plug, for my friend.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Your friend Ed Hamilton.
That is a good rum, though. I actually had just that rum straight, and I was like, this is actually a really nice, sweet rum. I enjoyed that.
You can put that down now.
Oh.
Over here. Okay.
I'm getting excited.
I'm getting excited, too. Let's
Make
start.
mine spiked. Shout out McBiff.
Okay. We're going to start with limes. So why don't you cut a lime in half?
It's too bad the YouTube algorithm doesn't give you more time to show everything that happens behind the scenes. It's a funny show. Oh, what am I supposed to do?
Cut those in half.
Oh, okay. They're really crusty, dude.
Yeah, but they're cool inside.
It's too bad everybody can't see what happens behind the scenes here. Because it is wild. Spike is one wild character.
Pretty wild.
This is the knife you cut your finger with?
Mm-hmm.
Did you clean all the finger off it?
No, I just leave that on there.
Yeah. It wasn't your finger, it was your palm. You stabbed yourself right
Stab
through
myself,
the hand.
yeah. Okay, and
You still showed up and bartended for me at my birthday party.
I learned that I don't want to bartend anybody's party ever again. Yeah, sorry. I was like the help.
I know.
It's not that fun.
You kept talking to me for 3 seconds. And I gotta go make some of this drink.
Yeah,
Tight.
I know.
And then there was hot chicks there.
There were hot chicks there.
And you didn't meet them.
No, Allie, your beautiful, what do you call her? Fiance?
She's my wife.
Wife? Oh, we're just going straight to
we're
wife?
just going straight to wife.
Okay.
It's easier to explain.
She goes, yeah, I went over to one of them and asked them, what do you think about the bartender guy? He's pretty sexy, right? And she goes, wait, how old is he?
How old were you?
So 1 ounce of lime juice per cocktail.
I know what girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was 20. That
Yeah.
wouldn't have been good.
That wouldn't have been good.
That wouldn't have been good. Okay, wait, what was it?
1 ounce of lime juice per cocktail.
Okay.
Okay, so we got that handled. Let's cut a
Handled.
lemon in half.
Oh, that's my dream come true. It's what I've always... This way or the other way?
That way.
Okay. Oh, you got to squeeze it in the juicer. You never use the juice squeezer that I bought you.
Oh, I keep...
Spike.
Careful.
Okay.
I keep thinking about that juice squeezer, and I forgot to bring it out.
It's cool.
Do you want to squeeze this? We need 1 ounce. 1 ounce per drink.
In the immortal words of Robert Johnson, you can squeeze my lemon tail, juice run down my leg. Here we go. This is not a very juicy lemon, bro. How much do we need?
We need 2 ounces.
Oh, we almost got it.
We
Okay,
got
maybe
another-
this side's a little thicker.
Yeah.
You can squeeze my lemon tail, juice running down my leg. Yeah! Ho, ho, ho. Je mange un lemon. Ho, ho, ow. Oh, this is great.
Don't do that.
Oh, I regret this. Oh, so sour.
That's fine right there. Thanks. This is just a mess. I thought it was going to be a mellow episode with Justin, and it's slowly going off the rails. What are you doing?
I'm hungry. I told you. You didn't shuck any oysters for me, so I gotta do what I can do.
Okay.
Ooh. Want some?
No.
All right.
So traditionally, this recipe uses passion fruit syrup. We're going to be using passionola. And there's a big difference, but back in the day, I think a lot of the recipes were swapped over to passion fruit syrup. The hell's so funny over here? What are you laughing about?
I'm just having fun, man.
Okay.
I'm just having a good time.
This is kind of a shocking amount, though. It is 2 ounces of this per cocktail.
2 ounces of this stuff per cocktail. So what is this? This is like simple syrup, but not so simple?
It's an amalgamation of fruit.
And sugar, like molasses or something?
And
That
sugar.
looks like pure syrup.
Yeah.
That looks like you could put it on pancakes.
Okay, can you put that in there?
Okay, that looks like a lot of sugar.
You can put it on pancakes.
Okay. Maybe I'll do that later. Somebody makes me some pancakes.
Not me. Why would I cook you pancakes?
Why wouldn't you?
I don't know.
Make them gluten-free.
That is so much passionola, dude.
Puts the passion in the drinks. I'm glad it's just the two of us here, or things might get out of hand.
Now, if you thought that was a lot of passionola, you are not going to believe the amount of rum that's in this.
Oh, God. Okay.
Okay.
Is it a lot of rum, I'm guessing?
Yeah, per drink is 4 ounces.
Oh, I thought you were going to do a switcheroo, and it was going to be like half an ounce per drink.
No.
Okay, so per drink is 4 ounces, which means we're making 2, right?
Yeah.
So that means 1. That's half of 1 drink. Oh, my
Yeah.
gosh. Is this where you fast forward? Okay, that's a little over, so I'll go a little under next time.
That is so much rum,
This
dude.
is a lot of rum. We're in trouble. I don't normally drink except here, so this might not end well.
But we also only had one like pre-cocktail. Kariba.
Yeah, it's better than your rum.
Not sponsored.
Kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Okay. Nothing's better than the Spike's Hamilton Breezeway Cocktail Rum 2007 vintage.
2007.
I don't know.
We are going to...
Who's the worst guest you've ever had on your show? Is it me?
Put some pebble ice in here.
Or at least the most distracting?
Distracting? Remember Brandy from Storage Wars?
Oh, yeah. Okay, never mind. That was probably a little more distracting.
Distracting.
But I'm number 2 to Brandy, right? Huh?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. Okay, we're going to try and do this all in one shaker. No, we're not.
Why not?
It's too much.
It looks like it fits.
No.
Can I drink it now as is?
No.
Why? I'm thirsty, Spike. My name is Spike. Check out my lemons. My name is Spike. Check out my lemons. My lemons in my eyes. My lemons in my eyes. My lemons in my eyes. I'm Spike. Check out my lemons. I don't know. I was going to ask you something. I completely forgot what it was.
We're going to have to try to like mix both of these.
Okay.
And then mix them together.
All right. So what do? I smack it. And then
shake it horizontally. There you go.
There's no ice in here.
Oh, there's no ice?
No.
Oh.
I can't unshake the popper. The shaker. I can't. Oh, I did it. Never mind. Okay.
Wait, one more.
Ah.
Okay, these are going to be massive drinks.
Yeah, this is what I do at home for fun. I'm used to this. My hands aren't getting tired at all.
It's like kind of exhausting, right?
A little bit.
Like,
what is that? Dude, that's your muscle. You're buff. Why are you so buff?
I don't know.
Do you work out?
No.
You built that pond, though. That was a lot of rock. That was like hard labor.
That was a lot of rock. And when I'm in the hula girls, it's also a lot of rock.
Yeah. I was a lot thinner when I was in a band. I was jumping around playing guitar all day. Oh, where was I? Oh, on stage playing songs on my guitar.
Why don't you do that again?
Lazy.
Yeah.
Don't feel like it. I love the guys that were in my band. Shout out to the guys that were in my band. But I don't love having to work with the whole band.
No.
You gotta deal with everybody else and what they want. When I shoot these videos, it's pretty much just me. Me and the audience riding with me. We go on the wildest of adventures, you know? The drinks are pretty much done, right? So now, is there any kind of special glass we might be pouring these drinks into? Spike's Breezeway Cocktail Spike from the Hula Girls?
It's funny that you should mention something of that sort.
Because look at these!
Look at these brand new Spike's Breezeway Cocktail Hour mugs.
Okay, so you posted about these on Instagram, and the second I saw this, I knew exactly what it was. I knew the Tiki that it was in the Breezeway, and I texted you right away, which I have never done when you put out a mug. And I went, dude, I need one of those mugs. Like, one of those mugs has to be mine.
And there it is.
Out of all the mugs and glassware you've done, this is by far like my favorite thing.
It's
one,
my favorite
you
too.
carved that original Tiki. It's like a very unique, no one else has a Tiki like that. It's a freaking Breezeway Tiki. Two, it's got this Breezeway 1.0 orange, which for some reason I freaking love. And it's got your signature in
It does have
there.
my signature on the bottom. I'm like so honored that Tiki Farm would do that.
Like, I'm proud of you. Like, I feel like, dude, my friend's got a thing. I know you've had other ones, but this one just feels different. Something about this has the good mana or whatever.
This one's mine.
This is like, yeah. This is very Spike. You made yours spiked.
So
in a big way.
So I want to thank Tiki Farm for doing this, and my buddy Tank over there for sketching out my my mug and turning it into a thing.
Dang, dude, I need my own tank, dude. I got to get myself a Tiki mug. This inspires me more than anything else, dude. I love this mug.
I'm very excited about it. So it's for sale right now in the Breezeway store. More than half of them have already sold.
Does mine come with the drink, though?
Yours comes with a drink.
Whew, good, because
everybody else, sorry, there's no drink.
I spent all my money on Randotti molds. Sorry.
But I'll tell you, I tried to keep the price on these things like more affordable.
Okay.
Because the Tiki mug prices have gone to a point where
so what? These are just $200 or $300, or less than half of that?
They're much more
less
affordable.
Than a third of that, you say?
Less than a third of what he said.
I can't afford not to buy this. is what you're telling me.
So I wanted it to be like a traditional souvenir, like you get at like at a bar or whatever.
Yeah.
But this one just comes with the show.
Or like at Disneyland.
Yeah.
I love this. This is rad. I'm going to put paintbrushes in it.
Paintbrushes?
No, I'm kidding. I'm going to put drinks in it.
No. You're not going to put drinks in
I'm not going to put drinks in it. I don't normally drink. I don't drink at my house.
No.
That's kind of a better rule. It keeps me off the sauce.
That's a good rule, yeah.
Thing is, most people are like, oh, Justin, you don't really drink. You drink that Spikes thing. And I go, I don't say that I don't drink. I say that I don't really drink. Because back in the day, I really used to drink.
Yeah, me too.
And, you know, they pay you in whiskey sometimes at a show or whatever. Sorry, boys, no money. But here's a bunch of whiskey. All right. I went through like a divorce at a dark time. And I realized I needed to set some boundaries on maybe the drinking before things got bad. And then it just set me up with new habits. So I will drink with trusted friends in a safe space where the vibes are good and we're chilling. And I'm allowed to spit while I talk. That'll be on the blooper reel.
Blooper reel?
Yeah.
Stay tuned to find out if there's a blooper reel.
And the Breezeway is my actual favorite tiki bar on the planet. I put the Breezeway above Trader Sam's. I put the Breezeway above any other tiki bar I've ever been into. Even Don the Beachcomber. Although I miss you playing there.
Me too.
That was a fun place to roam around. But I love the Breezeway. I'm here for the Breezeway. I wanted the Breezeway to have a show before it had a show. I'm a Breezeway support. I even had the Breezeway calendar.
You did have the Breezeway calendar.
On my wall. Then Allie moved in with me and the Breezeway calendar went away.
Oh, no.
I was probably the only person, by the way, that had one of those Breezeway calendars. I was like, why are these girls in the way? I want to see the tikis. Come on.
That's what Leroy said.
I know.
Leroy was like, this is really great and all, but, you know, if you got rid of all these girls, you could see more of the tiki stuff.
See more of the tiki stuff. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, this was the inspiration for Pat O'Brien's now classic Hurricane.
Oh.
This is a riff on the Hurricane.
Of course, Pat O'Brien, the Hurricane. What?
That's in New Orleans. And so from 1939,
1939,
the Ron Rico Mixtro Guide. This is the Hurricane Punch.
The Hurricane Punch. 1939 is pretty darn early for a tiki cocktail.
Oh, this is a pre-tiki cocktail. We can't do this one.
We can't do this one?
What's pre-tiki?
It's pre-tiki. Well, we'll just pour it out.
Okay.
Not!
Oh!
Come on, Ron
Cheers.
Rico. Wait, if 39 is pre-tiki, what was 39 then? Wait, let's take a sip first.
Rum.
Okay,
Ooh.
that's pretty good.
That is very good. It's not a nuanced cocktail at all.
No, I don't know. To be honest with you, it doesn't taste as much like rum as I thought it was going to taste.
No.
With that much rum in it, I was expecting just full rum punch in the mouth. This is nice.
That's because the Passional is burying the rum. The other juices and stuff are like, the Passionola does all of the heavy lifting in this. I kind of...
so good.
It's really good. It's a Passionola drink.
Is there Passionola in the Breezeway cocktail? Like the official Breezeway cocktail? This tastes kind of similar to your Breezeway cocktail. Here you go, one more glamour shot because the mint's kind of ruining it for me. I don't really like smelling the mint while I'm drinking this. Dude, this is good.
It's good.
You have made me several horrible drinks in here. The Harry Yee back scratcher. I did not like that drink. I didn't appreciate that one. There was some other drink you made for me that I can't remember that was also horrible. I made you a great drink, mostly out of Kool-Aid and Capri Sun with a little bit of rum involved. That was a fantastic drink. That was the Party General. If you guys missed that episode, you got to go back. That was a hell of a cocktail.
What is this?
Ready? Kool-Aid Jammers tropical flavor and Capri Sun tropical tide. That looks expensive.
Well, Captain Morgan White rum looks expensive.
Is it expensive? I don't know.
I feel like they give this out for free in the grocery store.
But Spike kept giving me horrible drinks, and I'm happy to announce that inside of my new favorite tiki mug, I'm not just saying that, you know, he's not paying me or anything. I actually really do like this mug.
Yeah, me too.
I'm happy to announce that inside of my brand new tiki mug, I forgot I have this camera over here, is like one of the best drinks I've ever had on the show. This is actually really good.
So go to breezewaycocktailhour.com to get the mug. And they are selling, dude. I've sold over half of them. So,
snap.
Yeah, I think they're going to go quick.
That is awesome.
It's a good drink.
Woo, that is good. That's dangerously good because it's so good I want to keep sipping it, and there's a crap ton of rum in there.
Yeah, there's a lot of rum. What did we say? 4 ounces per drink?
4 ounces per drink. So
It's a
that's
double.
how many shots?
It's a double.
So that's 2 shots. But this is the kind of drink that I'd have like 5 of, and you wouldn't notice that you're drinking a lot of rum.
You would never know.
I'm going to be here for hours now.
Yeah.
Lucky Spike. But we can hang out in the hot tub. We can give Sparky a bath. We could wash your car shirtless. We could do other activities that just bros do together at night. The Breezeway. Come on.
Okay.
The Hurricane Punch might be, so far, my favorite drink we've had on the show.
It scares me how you can't taste the rum at all.
I really can't taste that rum. You can taste it?
No.
Oh,
No, you
okay.
can't.
You're agreeing
That's
with
That's
me.
what scares me.
Yeah, you cannot taste that rum.
Like I was saying, this is not a nuanced drink. This
No,
is not
this
a
is
delicate,
like the type of drink that Allie's always looking for. You know when you go out with those girls or guys who are like, yeah, just give me something that doesn't taste like alcohol. I'm not a big alcohol. I'm not a big liquor person. This is like that perfect drink. But if you're going to get this with someone who doesn't normally drink, you got to tell them, this is a sipper. Sip this one. Maybe have a water next to you because...
But you could pound this.
Oh, I could pound this. You could pound this.
Yeah.
You can take this drink to Pound Town, is what you're saying. That's okay, right? What's wrong with Pound Town? It's a nice place. People live there. There's schools and churches, probably. Are there churches in Pound Town? Maybe that's what's wrong with it. They need some churches.
Oh my God.